My name's Takuma Shindo. I'm 26 years old, and I'm working hard every day as a team leader of Lovekoi Creative Agency, a major company in the advertising industry. My job is to plan products and advertise them using various media to maximize their appeal. Shindo-san, the ad for the new product is going viral again. This is thanks to your guidance. Well, it was worth all the hard work then. This is my third year with the company. I was selected as a team leader at an unusually early stage, and I was beginning to gain confidence in my work. During my lunch break that day, I was having lunch with my colleague Kenta in the company cafeteria. Kenta is a designer at the same company and an old friend. By the way, how are things going lately? You know, the new girl who joined the company by nepotism. She's in your department, right? Oh, well, it's been so-so. What a bummer. Such a cute girl has joined. You guys should get along better. Huh. I wish she was just cute. Later, after work, I was at my desk organizing paperwork. Then suddenly, a voice comes from behind me.
Oh, you finally finished? You're as slow as ever, senpai.
I turn around, and there stands a very beautiful woman with an elegant smile. This girl is my kohai, Reika Miyamori. She's the new employee we were talking about earlier. Oh, Miyamori-san, you're not leaving yet?
Of course not, because I'm excellent.
Oh, I see. That's very encouraging.
Senpai, do you enjoy working so hard every day like a poor person?
What?
Why don't you do something more meaningful? For example, going on a date with me.
No, what are you talking about? That kind of thing is something you do with someone you like, right?
I've gone to the trouble of asking you out, but you refuse?
To be honest, I wasn't fond of this girl. I don't know why, but she teases me all the time. No, that's not what I meant, but...
Then what's the reason? What's in it for you to refuse my invitation?
What's in it for me?
I have connections with the senior management of this company. I don't know what will happen to you if you displease me.
What are you trying to say?
You are so thick. I'm asking you to go out with me.
Huh? What are you saying out of the blue?
I mean it as it is. I'm saying that I have no choice but to go out with you who is not suitable for me.
Why are you so condescending?
If you get engaged to me, you'll get a promotion, handsome.
I'll get promoted by working properly. I don't know if she has connections or what, but I wish she had a little more common sense.
I see. I understand. Then I have an idea.
I've already given you my answer.
I mean, I'll do whatever I have to do to make you mine.
What do you mean?
You'll understand that later. Now, if you'll excuse me...
The next day, when I arrived at work as usual, for some reason my boss was dancing a strange dance in front of my desk. Good morning. Oh, you're here, Shindo. Hustle, hustle. Boss, what's going on? You're looking awfully energetic this morning. Your project the other day was a huge success. Well, you're indeed our company's ace. Thank you very much. So, I have a proposal for you. How about participating in our upcoming project competition? Competition? Yeah, a bigger one than ever. If it goes well, you could be in line for a promotion. Really? I'll love to participate. Okay, it's decided. I'll let you know the details as soon as I get them. After that, I started working even harder than usual.
Senpai, I heard you're going to participate in the upcoming competition, right?
Yes, I am. She's still being persistent, and it's become a rumor around me. But I can't afford to worry about that right now.
Please let me know if there's anything I can help you with, okay? I can use my connections to help you.
I continue to work, just pretending to listen to her.
I actually know that famous influencer, admaster.com. If you want, I can introduce them to you.
Sorry, but I'm not gonna spend my time on that nonsense. As I recall, they're an influencer who's been getting a lot of attention in the industry lately. But honestly, I'm not interested. She glared at me with a slightly annoyed face when I said that.
I see. I understand. Well then, I guess I'll be going now. I'm leaving early today.
Phew, she finally went. And I headed back to the computer. Work went relatively well that day, and I was able to leave on time. But that night, an incident happened. Just before the office closed, the office is almost empty and quiet.
I'm sorry, Senpai, but now you'll have to depend on me.
She tweaked my computer for a while, and then left the office as if nothing had happened. The day of the competition, the big presentation day, finally arrived.
Good morning. Are you one of today's participants? Please fill in your name and affiliation here.
Yes, sure. And may I have the list of participants for the competition?
Yes, of course. Here it is.
The list that was handed to me contained dozens of names. There's quite a bit of competition. Well, it doesn't seem to be a problem for me though. The competition begins, and each team takes turns to make a presentation. Every team was desperate to sell their products or services. Now then, Love Koi Creative Agency! Mr. Shindo in charge of advertising strategy. Please come to the stage! Yes, sir. The MC introduced me, and I went up on the stage. As I greeted the audience, there were loud cheers from the audience. And I was gonna use the slides I had prepared in advance to explain the market demand and trend. But... what is this? Something is not right. The material I had prepared had somehow been replaced by something else. Is there any trouble? No, it's nothing. I'll continue. I tried to make things up, but of course, it didn't work. The atmosphere in the hall was growing dull, and by the end, sighs could be heard from everywhere. Huh, what is that? Without the slides, I have no idea what he's talking about. That was a waste of time. That's all. Thank you very much. In the end, the competition was a failure, and my team came in last. Later, I was summoned by my boss to the conference room. He was furious. What the heck is this all about? I'm sorry. I don't care about your apology. I want you to explain the situation to me. Well, that's... I don't want to hear your excuses. I was a fool to expect anything from you. Get out of here. Then, after I left the conference room, Reika Miyamori called out to me.
Good work, Senpai.
What do you want?
Well, it was painful watching you today. To top it all off, boss got angry at you for failing.
What are you trying to say?
Does this make you want to rely on me a little? It's your fault for treating me so disrespectfully, you know?
At that moment, I understood everything. Oh, you!
Hey, maybe you noticed? You are keen.
You were the one who interfered with my promotion, huh?
You're lucky you didn't get fired, right?
Stop messing with me! You think you'll get away with this?
What a scary face. Well then, I'll leave you to it.
Hey, wait! I'm not done with you yet! But she was out of sight in an instant. She's tremendously quick at running away. Oh, hey. Are you okay? I've been hearing rumors, but she seems pretty tough. Yeah. By the way, how long have you been here? Anyway, I'm fine. Don't worry. I replied to Kenta and let out a quiet sigh. But how did she manage to operate my computer? It's strange when you think about it. The password is complicated, but she easily accessed it. Further investigation revealed that the access was made twice in total, once in the middle of the night, and once right after I left the office. I'm pretty sure she wasn't around when I left the office. Which means there's another accomplice? If that's the case, I can't just let it go. I'm determined to find out who did this. I can't rule out anything yet, but I can't just let it go. That night, I was drinking alone at my favorite bar, looking at my phone. The project that won in a competition the other day was immediately used as a TV advertisement, and the model was smiling happily on the screen. Damn, my project should have been chosen. One of the main features of this year's ad was a collaboration with influencers and idols. Admaster.com, which Reika Miyamori mentioned, also had a part in the design.
Oh? Are you perhaps Mr. Shindo of Love Koi Creative?
Huh? Yes, that's right. Oh, you were at the competition! I answered in surprise at the familiar face. She was a receptionist at the competition.
You remembered me. I'm so glad. What a coincidence to meet you at a place like this.
It sure is. Did you come from your office?
No, I was off today. So I came here for a change and happened to see you, so...
Oh, I see. Oh, if you don't mind, would you like to have a drink with me? I'd like you to listen to me complain a bit. Her name is Misuzu, and it turns out she's the same age as me. Perhaps because of the alcohol, I told Misuzu everything that had happened to me up to that point. She was surprised at first, but gradually started to listen to me seriously. I'm sorry for saying such things out of the blue.
No, don't worry about it. But this Reika-san seems to be a very troublesome person.
She pondered for a while, and seemed to remember something.
I think I saw that person at the venue. That petite and beautiful woman, right?
Yes, I hate to admit it, but she's quite striking in appearance, so I think it's easy to spot her.
I see. I believe she was with someone when I saw her, though.
Huh? Who could it be?
I didn't see him clearly either, but he could have been that famous influencer.
Could it be Admaster.com?
Oh yeah, that was the name. They don't usually show their face, so most people don't know how they look.
I've heard that name before. I heard that they are famous on social media.
That's right. I only overheard their conversation, but it sounded suspicious. It sounded as if they knew the outcome from the beginning.
I see. By the way, can you remember what kind of person they were?
Well, I think he's just an ordinary man.
I don't have any definite proof yet, but that influencer is pretty suspicious too. But since I don't know the motive, it seems we need to investigate further. The next day, I secretly started my investigation. A few days later, a company-wide planning meeting was held at the headquarters. I was to give a presentation on a new business project that I was in charge of. However, due to my previous failure, the eyes of those around me were still cold. Hey, Shindo, don't make a mistake today. Yes, I know. I took a deep breath and stood up, documents in hand. Now, before I begin my presentation, I have a very unfortunate announcement to make here to you all. The air in the conference room changes drastically at my words. The eyes around me gradually began to pay more and more attention. In fact, it has come to light that the recent competition was manipulated. The ringleader of the fraud was an influencer named Admaster.com, and the person who became an accomplice with him was Reika Miyamori, a newcomer to our department. The conference room was abuzz, and surprised voices could be heard from all around. Still, I continued to say it with dignity.
Senpai? What in the world are you saying in a place like this?
I ignore her and continue explaining. And the ringleader, Admaster.com, was actually an employee of her company. While everyone in the conference room looked surprised, only Reika Miyamori looked pale.
Oh, there are many complicated reasons for this.
No excuses. And the important thing is the identity of Admaster.com. He's Kenta Kurauchi, a designer at our company and my former classmate. He is Admaster.com and the main culprit of this fraud. When I say that much, Kenta's complexion suddenly changes and he looks around with a panicked expression. Takuma, what are you talking about? This is ridiculous. Are you trying to blame me for your own failure? I have proof. Activity history as Admaster.com, competition rigging, IP addresses that access my computer, and the records of your contacts with competitors. I've got it all. When I said that much, Kenta got struck for words for a moment. The other colleagues were staring at him with puzzled expressions. I, his supposedly best friend, was actually the only one who wanted everything to be a misunderstanding. But I didn't do it! This is a fabrication you made up! Well, I'm sorry to hear that. Then, I have no choice. I said that and called Misuzu-san, who had been waiting in front of the conference room. Misuzu-san seemed quite nervous, but I asked her a question we had practiced beforehand.
I wasn't sure if I was the appropriate person for this, but...
It's okay. I would like to ask you, you are sure it was those two who were having secret talks that day?
Yes, I am sure. They were talking about how the slides were rewritten. They also seemed to know which team was going to win.
Wait a minute! I can't trust such an unproven third-party testimony! That's not all. Look, the free Wi-Fi used at the venue has a usage history. The moment he heard that, I saw a hint of dismay in Kenta's eyes. I didn't miss it and pursued him. If you're gonna deny it any further, I'll call the police, and with the court's permission, I can check all the records. What do you think will be revealed then? Not only your conversation with Reika Miyamori, but also all your interactions with your competitors will be exposed. Naturally, the records will be shared with us too. You've lost, Kenta.
You're right, that's true. If the police request it, the venue management will have no choice but to comply.
Of course, there was no certainty that we could get the police to help us. I said that to make them upset.
Oh, wait a minute, please! Not the police! Please, no!
It was a risky gamble, but apparently, it worked even more than I thought it would for her.
I didn't think it would be this big of a deal.
Damn! She's useless!
But if I hadn't interfered at that point, I'm sure you would have been in a lot more trouble.
What? What do you mean? What she began to tell us was surprising.
Crouch-san was planning to take advantage of Shindo-senpai's promotion to pass on more important confidential information to the competitor. He was planning to use his position as your close friend to obtain the information.
That's absurd! Then why did you interfere with me at that time?
Well, that's because I thought I could protect you from Crouch-san's plan if your promotion gets ruined.
Her story is hard to believe, but for some reason, it didn't seem like she was lying to me. Kurauchi, I'll have a word with you. I will contact you later regarding the company's decision. Damn! Damn! After that, Kenta was kicked out of the conference room and taken straight to the president's office. Apparently, he's been receiving financial rewards for leaking our confidential information for a long time. This time too, he was pursuing his own profit by making our competitor win the competition. The meeting was disturbed by this unexpected act of treachery, and it was temporarily dissolved. Afterwards, she was spared being fired, but she was given a stern warning and suspended from work for her complicity in the fraud. But then, how long had you known about Kenta's plan?
I have good instincts, so I noticed that Crouch-san was at Master.com right after I joined the company. When I told him about it, he threatened me never to tell anyone, so I kept quiet about it.
So that's how it was. So you gradually came to know about that guy's plans.
Yes, I offered to connect you to admaster.com because I wanted you to realize the truth.
I didn't realize that. But there were plenty of other ways to tip him off, weren't there?
But at that point, there wasn't enough proof, so there was a good chance that he would get away with it.
I see. But why did you have to harass me so much every day?
It was because, well, I wanted to be with you as much as possible.
What? What do you mean?
Ugh! How can you not understand? I really like you, senpai.
You're too loud! And if that's the case, why didn't you talk to me normally?
Normal isn't good enough. I'm so cute to begin with. How were you not happy?
I see. So her craziness wasn't acting, huh?
Oh, senpai. You are thinking something rude right now. I can tell.
She's an extremely complicated woman, but I decided to watch her grow as a person. By the way, Kenta had been exposed for all his wrongdoings. and he was now headed towards destruction. Damn it! It wasn't supposed to turn out like this! He lost his credibility as an influencer too, and all the social media platforms suspended his account. Maybe, at first, he just genuinely wanted to succeed financially. But he should have known that honesty and hard work are the only keys to success, and dishonesty and trickery will not last long.